Oh, good morning and welcome from me, Paul Fay, in Cyprus. And today, quite a lot of people have asked me about how I use AI to compile my baseball stats. And I'm just going to show you, this is going to be a short 10-15 minute video, and it's not going to go into the greatest depth, but a lot of people struggle um, in how to record their stats. If you've got, if you're recording them on paper, or if you're recording on something like Pocket Pen and Run Game Day, where at the moment it only exports to Excel, it doesn't do any stat compiling for you. And this is an easy way to compile stats to whatever level you want, really. In future shows, I'll be showing you how to do leaders. I'll be giving you a template if you want to use it to save the work for you. But we're not at that stage yet. We're just starting to build up, because, to be honest, when I got into AI, I was halfway through my current project, so I've been testing it. I have got, for other seasons, I use a digital diamond baseball for bigger replays seasons, and other than that, I use my Excel spreadsheets, which I've shown you in previous videos. If you want to just have I'll just show you that one, just as a reminder. Just bear with me. Here we go. And I have all of my seasons along here in every sport I do. You can use this to compile stats in any of all my standings here. They're all compiled automatically. CFL, NHL, every sport I play. Today, actually, after I've done this video, I'll be playing women's basketball on prime time. I keep a record here of which game I played. So there was 2 in the first round there using prime time. But so I use that system, and then for post seasons, I have a data. You can analyze your data within Excel, but it requires some knowledge of formulas and exactly how to ask those questions and interrogate your data. But the beauty about AI is you don't need to have any of that knowledge. You can just tell it what you want, and it will come up with the answer. So, for the sake of this test or demonstration, I've before I'll just back up a second, because what really triggered me to use AI was the fact that you could upload PDFs and it can interrogate those and parse them and can convert them into whatever format you want. But it could also do the same for Excel box scores. So in Pocket Pen and Run, at the moment, we get this format of export. So your files are exported into this, which is fine. It's perfect for individual games. You can keep a record of all your box scores. But for accumulating those stats and merging them, it's very difficult if you don't know what you're doing in Excel. But in AI, and I'm using DeepSeek for the purposes of this demo, but you can use others. I've also got AI, Gemini Advanced, and Microsoft Copilot, and a lot of others out there. Some of them you pay for, some you don't. DeepSeek, I like for the basic reason you can turn on Deep Think at the bottom here, and it will give you its rationale for how it's actually produced them. And the beauty is, it remembers you asking those questions previously, and it already knows its thought process. So you don't need the deep think if you ask for continuing. So the first time you see the question I asked here, I uploaded 2 box scores, 2 Japanese box scores, but that's irrelevant really. They just happened to be the 2 I had handy. And the question I asked, and you can ask this in any number of ways, it can get more sophisticated as you go on. Can you merge these 2 baseball game files and give me a list of each team in table form with each player's batting average calculated as per MLB rules. Also do the same for each pitcher's ERA and give team totals and averages in all categories. So that's what I asked it, and then I went and got a drink, and it thought for 314 seconds. As I say, that's usually just the first time after that. But it goes through, and it's quite interesting to read about all the steps that you need to do yourself. And if you were not well versed in Excel or formulas, then that could be quite a lengthy process to do all these. It tells you how it's going to work them back, and if you find any errors or whatever, you can tell it, or you want it changed. So it tells you what it's going to do for each. It's going to get all players, for batters, sum all those, calculate the batting average, and then it tells you what they're going to look at, who was in game 15, who was in game 16, and then it says this is the key one. So combining these unique players are all from game 15 plus those in game 16. Some are duplicates, the same players in both games, obviously, and we need to merge their stats. So let me create a list of each player with their stats from both games. It says this will take time, but let's proceed. As I say, 3 minutes is pretty good, 3.5 minutes. And I found it to be the most accurate DeepSeek. So I'm going to scroll down, and then this is how it starts giving you the data back. And this all looks pretty good, you know, it tells you the totals if you just want that information, and it gives you for both teams separately. And obviously, I then think, okay, obviously that's good. Now, can you put them in Excel format for me? And then it tells you again, it thinks about how it's going to do it and what method, because if you get stuck, you can always go back. This is saved. Any questions you ask it are all saved for the future. So then it puts it in this formula. And it then tells you how to copy that data into Excel. And when I first did it, because I'm using, and don't ask why, a German keyboard, well, it was better than a Greek one, but the German one has symbols in all different places. I couldn't find. You have to put in this pipe. It's called pipe symbol when you get into Excel, and I couldn't find out where it was, so I asked it to put it in a different format, which it did. But we don't need that because I found out where my pipe symbol was. So let's go ahead. Let's do one team, Oryx Buffaloes. So all you do is you press up here. Sorry. I went to the bottom now, sorry. Press up here, copy. Okay, so it's copied. We'll go across to Excel now. I've got one page ready somewhere. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. So we're in the page now, and all you have to do is wherever you want it on that page. Obviously, when I'm all set up in following videos, I'll have a page for each team, and you'll see exactly how their stats accumulate. But for the moment, just to show you how easy it is to get you started, I'll show you what you do. So let's just press and right click and paste that information into that. Let me just pause. Okay, I paused it there because when I've imported it in the past, this hasn't actually worked. I've had to go to data and then text to columns, but now for some reason when I press paste, it puts it in automatically. So I'm going to try again and see if it works again. Let's just go back up, put the batting statistics in for the Hawks, copy, right click, paste. Okay, so it's put that in automatically as before. So all you have to do then, if it doesn't put it in automatically, come back to me and I'll put detailed instructions. It's very easy. In fact, I'll show you now what you do. You go to data, you go text to columns, you press delimited, you press next, and in other down here, you put this pipe symbol. And on mine, it's on the bottom row to the left of Y. It may be in a different place next to yours, but as long as you put that in there, it will show you exactly what to do. Then you press next, and then finish, and it will do it automatically for you. But if you have problems with that, come back and let me know. So this is the Hawks. So we could rename this Hawks 24 stats, and you can change the format to however you want. Let's move these out of the way for the moment. So we can move this all up to the top. Cut. Let's go here. We can paste it. We can change the columns. So here and here, they're all narrower. However you want, whatever width you feel comfortable with. Your pattern average, we need to change to, there we go. We need to center all these. Change them to, let's make them bigger. So they need to be slightly wider. Sorry, just formatting these. You only have to do this once, obviously. Okay, looks better. Let's change these color. Make the headings blue because it's put all the data center as well. Okay, and we can see we can have the symbol there or wherever we want. We can move all this down if we want. Let's cut this down. Cut here. Put the Hawks there. Let's merge these. Merge. Center. Batting. Stats. Let's make that. What did we make these? 14. Let's make this 16. Blue. Okay. And team totals. Nice band around it. And you can see we're starting to create a nice table. You can have the players' names bigger if you want. You have the team totals. You have these 14. Let's say 14. Go to centre, whatever colour you want to stand out. I don't like the you can have your border highlighted. Borders, line style, thick outside borders, and then you could have all here if you wanted more borders inside, like so. So you can set this up however you want it to be. You can put this here, the Hawks. So you can put that over there. And you can have it whatever size you want. But you see, and you can also sort these if you want. So we can sort this data best when you're sorting data if you have a gap between. Let me just put a box around this. Okay, it's best if you have a gap when you're sorting data. Let's see if we can do this. Highlight those, sort and filter, and we press filter, and then you can filter each column however you want. So if you want to know the most at bats, click largest. No, just bear with me. There we go. There we go. It's working now. Okay. So you can see who's got the most hits, doubles. You can make these wider. Probably better if we make these wider, to be honest. Okay. There we go. We're getting better. You can work with the format, whatever suits your eyes. And now you can see, so we can see who scored the most ribbies. Ryo Ota. And then once you've done your batting, you can do the same for, let's go to at bats, largest, there we go. We can do the same for any categories there. You can see the team totals, batting 236 at the moment. If you want all your teams on one page, you can do that. Why don't we go ahead and do that just to show you. Go back and let's get the Buffaloes in. Buffaloes copy, maximize this. We'll put these here. Let's just copy it there. Paste. Then let's copy the format, maybe more players, but we'll see in a minute. Yeah, move that one down, cut. Sorry, did I get the wrong team? Bear with me. That was the Buffaloes, the first team. I'm an idiot. Well, I never promised you perfection in this. Let me just change that around. So that was the Buffaloes. And this one, let's move this down. It's going to be the Hawks. Okay, now let's go back and pull those stats across for the Hawks. Copy. Okay. Delete those. Delete. Sorry about this, I'm just doing formatting on the hoof here because just trying to show you. Okay, that's good enough. Obviously we missed out this. Copy here, paste, and also we need to sort these. So sort and filter. There we go. Bear with me a second. Filter's not working properly. I need to put this table over to the right, really. I think you can only have filter on one column at a time. So anyway, for the purposes of this, it's good enough for this demo. Sort largest, and you'll see same. And you can see straight away that let's make this the same color because that's bugging me. And same size. Sorry, I'm quite pedantic when it comes to formatting. 14 bold. 14 bold. And then obviously once you've got these totals, by the way, you can then have another sheet where you can start compiling these team totals. So if we wanted, we can copy this, we can go to sheet 2, we could call this rename 2024 Japan team. So here, let's get rid of this. We can start having we can start having the teams. So if we went back to the first one, let's say Hawks, copy, insert, let's see if I can insert in cell. I know, insert picture, place in cell from this device, Hawks, there we go. So you have here the Hawks you could have your pictures inserted. Let's just do the buffaloes as well. Copy. So, and so on and so forth. And then, so you can have here equals, so the Hawks would have their stats here. So you'd have all the stats. You can put the totals from here. Copy that. Paste. Buffaloes equals center them. So then you've got and you can actually ask DeepSeek to calculate the team and the league-wide BA batting averages and everything else for you if you want. You can go as deep as you want. You can have on base. It'll calculate anything. But again, once you've got all your teams, you can highlight these, press sort and filter. Who's had the most homers? Who's had the least homers in this case? You can see how it works. Who's got the highest batting average? Actually, it's not. I should have had that here because I think you've got to highlight the picture as well, not to associate it. Just bear with me. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Anyway, you get the picture. I'm not really here to show you what to do on Excel today. I'm really here to show you how you can convert one simple or two simple Excel files by using AI. And the important thing here is if we scroll back up to the top, all of that was produced from just one simple question. But this question can be as detailed as you want. You can upload a lot more files. It may take longer the first time. I find if you start off with just a couple of files, it then knows in future that you've asked that already. It already knows its rationale and it won't go through the whole thing. And you can even see it turn off DeepThink for your future ones and it'll do the same process. This is not supposed to be an expert's view. I'm no expert on AI. I'm no expert on Excel, although I've got some knowledge. Most of that is self-taught. So forgive me if they've made any mistakes on it. I'm not here to be an expert teacher. I just want to give you some thoughts of how to use AI if you don't know how to use formula. And I will be, when I've finished producing my templates, I will make them available to anyone that asks. And if you want help on how to formulate your questions, I've done hundreds of questions to AI, and I've come up with some really good results. So I hope you found that to some degree interesting. And if you did, let me know if there's anything else you want, or if you didn't like it. Sorry about that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe below, and let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.